It's time for an update. It's been, whoa, I think it's been probably like a month since I gave you guys an update. It's the new year. Let me see what day it is. It's January 3rd. And I want to be able to do these recordings for you guys and update you at least weekly. At least weekly. Um, I see I give respect to the YouTubers that can do this all the time, multiple days a week. Um, Unfortunately, I am a full-time employee, 9 to 5er. So it's gonna take some work. It's gonna take some work, but I'm ready to do it. So we're gonna start with that today. Now I'm gonna update you guys on the Run Fast series. So we're gonna be continuing the goal to get to 2:30 marathon. And of course, I have mini goals, um, little mini goals in between to make sure that I get that. But that is still the ultimate goal. 2:30. Do I have a deadline? I really, you know what? I didn't have one before, but right now I'm gonna give it to you guys right now. I'm gonna say by next year. I want to do it by 2028. Now, I know for a fact that there are other runners that's been running way longer than me, still didn't hit the 2:30 mark. It's just gonna take a different kind of beast in order to get that done. And I need to tap into that beast to get it done. That's the goal, 2:30, hitting that elite level time. I think that's elite level. Pre-elite, something like that. It's just fast running. It's fast running, and that's what we wanna do. That's what we wanna be about. And we wanna hit it. We wanna hit it gracefully too. So in order to do that, we're gonna have to break down what a 2:30 marathon is. So we're going to do a systematic approach to it. So what I mean by that is let's break it down to small steps. Let's cut that in half. The half marathon, then the 10K, the 5K, and then the mile. Working our way up, we're looking at the mile. In order to hit that 2:30 mark, we need to be running like 5:30, 5:35 pace per mile. Um, I think my mile right now is looking like high 6 minute, probably like a 6:50 for my PR. I'll measure that to make sure I know for a fact what it is. And then for a 5K, I don't know my PR for any of these actually. So for a 5K, I think I think a good 17, 18 minute kind of thing that will work for the goal. And 10K, like a 35 minute, sub 35. I think that would be a good goal. And then for the half marathon, let's look at like a 115. Yeah, that's about half. That is half of 2:30. So 115. Uh, but even then, we still want to get less than that. So like, let's look for uh 110. That's fast. 110 is fast for a half marathon, but it's something we got to get done. A Disney half marathon at the end of January. I'll use that to gauge where I am. I actually have a 10K and a half marathon, but I'll only push it for one of the two. I think the half marathon is so that way I can know exactly how far I am from a 2:30 marathon and then work my way back from that. I could do the 10K and it may be easier to do, but the calculations are less accurate than a half marathon. So we'll do the half marathon, see how I am for that, see what I stand. I think, oof, I'll be honest with you, my last half marathon was like a 205, 202, something like that. Um, So I really need to cut down almost an hour off my half marathon. Thinking about it, it's ridiculous. I just need to make sure that I find the right places to run. So what's it going to take to get this? And I got these notes from Floberg Runs. He's a YouTuber. You should check him out. He had a series, No Time. He actually had multiple series for where he was decreasing his marathon time, but his latest one was No Time. And I believe that he still had a goal of um, completing a marathon in 2:30. So I'm using him kind of as a reference. I still have my own routine that I'm working with, but we're gonna mix everything together. And the reason why I'm doing this is because it's already been done before. No need to reinvent the wheel. Just do what works. And that's the problem with a lot of people. They want to pick and choose of the things that they like and then mash them all together with no structure, no coach whatsoever. And then they wonder why they don't achieve their goals because they're going the hard route about it. So I want to go the try and true way. We're going to just do what works. We're going to do what works with my own little spice on it. Um, Mainly my own little spices because these guys are really, and they get paid to be athletes. Homeboy over here, we're still working on a 9 to 5. So I can't really do what they do. Well, to the capacity that they do it. Um, so some things are gonna need to be adjusted. It just is what it is. I'll have to compensate at a different in a different way, but we're gonna see what. So there's about 10 things, maybe 11 that I'm thinking about. So the first one, everybody knows it, increasing the mileage. Now, this is probably the most difficult one to do because it takes so much time. Um, the thing that's going around is 100-mile weeks. That's a lot of miles. That's about, excuse my calculations, but probably like a 12, 14 mile, yeah, about 12 to 14 miles a day. Uh, that's for right now, 12 miles. That's a 2-hour workout for me. Um, that can I do? Yes. Can I do? Yes. Will I be able to do it every week? It's a toughie. It's a toughie. It's probably going to be a situation where I could do a certain amount on my work days, and then on my days off, I would have to do an absorbent amount of miles just to catch up to the 100. So that's something I'm gonna have to play around with. I'm not at the level where I can do 100 miles anyway, unless I'm willing to hurt my body, and which I'm not willing to do. I'd rather do the gradual step up, which is the plan so far. I think I have been doing about, let's say, about like 30, 40, 50 miles. I don't know. I gotta check my Strava. Uh, but let's say it's about 40 miles. I think doubling that, nice little 80. It's not 100, but it's close to it. So I do think that building up that aerobic base, that stamina, and that tank inside of you, I do think that's important. So I do think increasing that will probably be more beneficial. So what I'm gonna start doing is do the 10% rule, slowly increasing the volume. And for right now, I run based off of time. So my easy days are about 65 minutes. And then my workout days are about 90 minutes to 2 hours. I'll probably add like a 45-minute run or something of the sort. Um, and then we'll see how that goes. And strengthen the legs, increase the tank. But we need to work. We need to work. So that's the first thing. The second thing, clean eating. Clean eating is so important. And the reason why it's important is because um marathon training, it's never you do one thing and it skyrockets you up. It's an accumulation of little things that you do to make you go great. It's an accumulation of wins. So I just need to clean up the eating. Everybody knows what they should and shouldn't eat. The amount that I eat is probably going to be beneficial or important to note. I need to make sure. I think right now I'm sitting at like 185.8. Um, I'm technically considered overweight based off of my height and BMI. But I do have a lot of lean muscle on me. So I need to put myself in a vehicle to get to the destination. I can't, I'm in Texas right now. I can't drive to London, right? I need to be in a plane. Same thing for the marathon. Uh, my body looks and feels good, but it's not marathon vehicle ready. So I'm gonna lose some muscle mass. Um, I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna just have to be skinnier. Be skinnier. I'm gonna try to keep my tone, but I'll do the best that I can. Um, but that's definitely something that I need to do, take serious, and I'm gonna use the people around me to help me and meal prep. That always helps. Make sure I get the proper nutrients, as in carbs and protein, macronutrients. We'll work on that. So the third thing is strength and conditioning. I've been working out for boy, let's say like 15 years. Um, and life has been good. I lift the heavy weight, and now I want to perform in a way that is most beneficial to my sport, which is now running. So I need to make sure I am strengthening the muscles that will help me develop better as a runner. And I need to do that not in a way that I build muscle, but I strengthen the muscle, and it'll last me throughout the whole marathon and then some. Say four supplements and fueling. I need to find good supplements, high quality, and then just take them and just let that build in the body. Let that build in the body. And with fueling, um, I do believe that I won't need fuel until I'm hitting like long distances, like 20 miles or uh, 15 to 20 miles, that kind of stuff. Then you'll probably need some little fuel, probably like 180 grams or 160 grams or something like that for the whole run. That I got to play around with, find out what's good for me, my body, all that other stuff. But finding out the fuel that I need and then working my way through it for the runs. Strides and hill sprints. We need to do those. The strides to lengthen our stride length, and so that way we're taking less steps, muscles working in conjunction with the way that you're running. Everything's going well, everything's efficient, well-oiled machine, that kind of stuff. Everything is just moving, 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 moving. So the last thing that you have to do is worry about your form falling apart. So I think that strides are helping with that, and that works together with the strength and conditioning. The hill sprints are another strengthening exercise, but that also helps out the proper form, making sure you're running in the correct way. Six, we're looking at sleep. Sleep is so pivotal to accomplish a 2:30 marathon. You wouldn't even believe. Sleep is going to be so important. 8 to 9 to 10 hours or something like that. Me personally, I can rock off of 6 hours. The more that I'm able to sleep, my body's adjusting to the workload, recovering well. That combined with the food and the supplements all together, um, and the workouts, that's building the best beast of you. Um, Sleep is where you make the most progress in your recovery. Recovery is so important. Is so important. So let's say this 7. Um, plyometrics. Um, creating that bounce, that elasticity in the muscles and the tendons and everything of the sort. That kind of stuff that needs to that needs to get done. 8. I need to do more research. We're gonna add that to the list. Research what works. Research what doesn't work. Research what the winners do. Research what the losers do. Research the people that tried it and failed. Research the people that tried it and won. Talk to coaches. Talk to trainers, physical therapists, other runners. Research. Find out what works. That's going to get you to anything that you want. Find out what works, then do it. Find out what works, then do it. So research, that's definitely number 8. Um, let's see, mobility. Mobility. You want your body moving the way that you want it to move. And of course, I can add in flexibility to that as well. But mobility, you want your body to be able to go in all the ranges possible, um, in an efficient way under load. I need to set a routine up before the run, after the run. Everything needs to be aligned. Everything needs to be aligned where there's no guesswork of what I need to do. Everything just needs to be muscle memory. I do the same thing every time in order to get warmed up. I do the same thing every time to cool down, the stretches, the post workout recovery, the post workout shake and everything. All that's the same. Everything is the same. So that way I don't have to waste time. I think training with others, I think that will probably excel. It would definitely help me move forward as a runner, see what they do, see what they don't do, see the kind of gels that they take, the shoes that they wear, the places that they run. And, you always get better together. So if there's a faster runner, you run with them and it's like they're pulling you along, and with your body experiencing that kind of workload, the next time you're working by yourself, like you end up running in that same capacity a little easier. So I do think that running with other people is probably going to benefit me. So those are the 10, 11 things, one bonus thing that I will be doing in order to achieve the goal. I'll make sure I document that I'm doing it. When I'm in the gym, I'll make sure to record. When I'm going for a run, I'll make sure I say that I'm doing that, and hopefully, I plan to get these videos out to you guys at least weekly, um, so you can see the journey, see everything that I'm doing, see the mileage, see everything that I did. So if you decide to do the same thing, or even at a lesser capacity, a lot of people are trying to do the sub 3, which is a great goal. The only reason I was actually planning on doing sub 3, and the only reason why I went to sub 2:30, one, because I have other goals besides that's going to come up. But two, um, sub 3 is no longer the standard. The Boston qualifier, they've increased the standard by like what 15 minutes or something of the sort, where you need to at least get like a 2:45 in order to be able to qualify, minimum, which is crazy work. But I respect it. There's a lot more runners out there, and it's gonna forever be increasing. So a lot of people are just accomplishing it, and if a lot of runners are accomplishing it, you and I can also do the same. So that's gonna be the gist of it. We're gonna end off with that, guys. I appreciate you. Let's all run fast. Check me out on the socials. Everything is under Josiah Torres TV.